Welcome to the spin-off of There's a Workshop for That, your bi-monthly rendezvous with Nati,
Appa,
and Audrey.
We're here to unpack our thoughts on facilitation, workshopping, and a silly little thing called life.
Give us some love, subscribe, share, and add a nice review.
Thank you for tuning in. Let's talk.
Stepping out of your comfort zone is never easy.
Hi, ladies.
Hello, hello.
Hey Nati, hey Appa.
Hi, nice to see you guys again.
How are you?
We're good. How are you? You're leaving very soon.
I think it's 5 or 6 weeks from now.
Oh my god.
That sounds scary.
It is.
And amazing at the same time.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Honestly, I would love that everything is done and that I'm there in Bali and that I've done all the stuff, because when you take a decision, it's first you're very excited. I will move to Bali. I mean, I've spent 8 months last year in Asia, and I was stuck in Bali for 5 months, and it was so nice. And then I took the decision, okay, next year, 2024, I will sell all my stuff, and I will take all my little suitcases filled with my books and my clothing.
Little suitcases? I mean, shall we talk about what happened 2 weeks ago?
There was stuff everywhere.
And can we count how many times you tripped in your suitcase that were open all over the place? I mean, I felt bad coming in your place with my suitcase and leaving from the suitcase, but I mean, when I saw yours, I was like, yeah, no, you're fine. Like, hers is bigger. I was like, I'm fine.
Yeah, it's always the thing of you take a decision, so it's very nice, very exciting, but then you have to do the stuff. And do the stuff is like, wow, I was crying so much time. Even if I took the decision to move to Bali, I was crying so much time because I've been living in this flat in Germany for 10 years long with my daughter.
Yeah.
Now she's studying, but it's like a chapter of my life.
Yeah, I can imagine. Stepping out of your comfort zone is never easy. It's never easy. I mean, it's
exciting and very hard.
Hard and exciting.
So every time I was selling something, it was like,
A part of you.
oh, this lamp, I just choose this lamp at that time, and now it's for someone else, and you sell it for nothing. I mean,
So
you
many
buy everything for a big price, and then you're selling for nothing.
That's quite a big leap. I mean, you're saying it's like 10 years that you were in Germany, and I'm thinking about me, like next year I'm literally closing my 10-year anniversary in London. And if you were to tell me, okay, next year you're like just going abroad, going on like the other side of the planet almost. I mean, yeah, it's scary, but at the same time, I kind of like remember when I first moved from France to the UK, and it was such an amazing and daunting moment of my life. So yeah, I mean, getting outside of your comfort zone it doesn't necessarily come easy, but it comes with so much opportunity that you didn't even plan for, that just happened. I mean, yeah, we've all traveled actually. We've all like been changing countries. You're about to do it yet another time. Yeah. So what are your tricks, ladies, when it comes to taking a leap or changing countries? Like, what can you recall, or what were the things that get you to do this?
I mean, for me, I never really had an option because I was, I think, 17 when I left India, and it was at that point to go to university and get away from my parents. But no, I'm kidding.
Hello, parents. We hope you're listening. She loves you.
No, it's not. It was just study. But yeah, I also wanted my freedom, and I left and I didn't think of it. I was like, I'm going to the UK. But it really, like, when you're actually there and you're alone and the goodness of it, like, kind of wears off, or the excitement of it wears off, you realize it's not that easy. It's not as easy as you thought. I mean, that was an English-speaking country that I moved to, and I was going for studies. But then soon after, I kind of took a leap, and I moved to Germany, where I didn't speak the language because I was hired there. And yeah, it was, I would say, big culture shocks. A lot of adapting, hard to make friends. It's not easy.
No. In Germany, it's not easy.
No.
When you have friends, they are for always. But
Yeah, I made some amazing friends down the line. But when I first moved there, I remember feeling very, very alone.
Yeah.
And then I moved to the Czech Republic, very similar again.
You're all talking about me moving to Bali, but you did it, Apa. You did it. How much time you did it?
Four
Four times.
Yeah. I don't know. I never thought of it like that. I've always seen myself as a bit of a nomad.
Yeah.
Where I don't know really where I belong. My home is India, but when I go back, I find myself not really always, I don't know. Belonging, yeah.
But
so it's mixer.
Yeah.
It's important to have roots as well. I mean, I know, like, the first thing I tell people is, oh, I'm French, I'm from Bordeaux. Like,
Yeah, me too.
that's who I am, like,
That's
period.
true.
Like,
That's true. I'm very Bengali.
so having, like, your roots, I love that you've got your roots as well, and then...
We cannot hire it
No.
because of our accent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
I
yes.
look Indian. Hello, like I'm
Yeah,
brown
it's
as
true.
hell.
It's true.
We're just not as exotic anymore. I mean,
No.
we were never exotic. There's too many of us.
Yeah.
Never too many. One more Apa.
When you say, yeah, I'm leaving from France to Germany, or I'm leaving from Germany to Bali, or like you, it's like everybody seems so inspired from it. But actually, I don't have the feeling to do a big thing. I don't have, it's like,
For you,
okay.
it feels natural, basically.
Yeah, natural not, but it's like, okay, I'm moving to Bali, so I have to sell my stuff. I have to look what I have to need to be done for the administrative part. I have to look the health insurance. I have to, it's like, I starting in the robot mode, like project manager. Okay, what are the things that need to be done? So everybody is exciting in this time that, oh, you are leaving,
Yeah.
but I'm not in this. I'm in the project milestones of until I will be there. And I think when I will be there, it will be like breathing again. It will be like, okay, my to-do list is now running the Workshoppeuse, making my podcasts, the boot camps and everything what we planned, and go to the beach.
And I think that's because you already made the decision to leave, you know. I think the first step is really, like, for people who want to make a change or, you know, take that leap, it's making that decision and then acting on it, right?
Yes.
So once you've made that decision, then you get into that project management mode, and then you go there, make that decision. You go to wherever it is you're going, if you're traveling or whatever the decision is you've made. And then again, you only feel the consequences of that decision after it has already been made.
Yeah.
So you're in that limbo period.
Exactly. And I had a moment where I thought, why do I do that?
Yeah. You
Why-
second guess yourself.
Why did I do that?
Why do
Yeah.
I do that? Actually,
Yeah.
it would be more comfortable to stay here. I have all my friends. I have all my coffee shop where we were together. I have Apa 1 hour from here or 2 hours from here with a flight, and you 1 hour from here with a flight. So it would be easier. But at the end, it's always this fire to tell myself, I wanted to do that all the time. Now my parents are okay, I'm okay, I can work from anywhere. So if I don't do it now, maybe in 10 years I will not be able to do that. So I always have the vision of why I did that. And this is what helped me to continue, even if I have my doubts. And when I have my doubts, I try to look at this fear and ask myself, actually, what is the risk? Because you can go there and it's not working, or you are not
You can
happy,
come back.
and you can come back.
Yeah, exactly. I think, I mean, we were talking about it when we were together. It's that feeling of being, I mean, you have to get used to feeling comfortable with being uncomfortable sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
For growing,
Yeah.
for growth. And if that, I mean, I think we have to stop looking at things as if they're final. It's like, okay, I leave, I go there, I hate it, and now I'm a failure because I hated it and I made a decision. I mean, you can come back. It's, you know, I think we need to stop being so final about things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To make a journey. It's not a destination, it's a journey.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is the same, actually, like all the facilitators I'm mentoring. A lot of them are working in corporates, for example, and they want to go freelance. And they are like blocked by their fear to go out from the comfort zone. I mean, it's a big step to quit a job and start like a freelance career.
Yeah.
I did this step 2 years ago, and I think it was the most fearing step. Why? Because I was working 20 years long in the same environment, and a salary is coming every month, and you only have to concentrate on your work, actually. You don't have to make all the things around. Yeah. You did the same, Audrey. You quit your job.
It was like the scariest and the most exciting thing I have ever done.
Yeah.
And I was like for like 13 years working in like corporate and fintech companies, and like just, you know, going on the path, going with the flow, you know, it was just like natural. Up until I had a toxic environment, actually. And you don't really realize it when it happens. It takes like a little while before you start acknowledging what starts feeling wrong.
Yeah.
And for me, in my journey, like I just ended up at some point realizing something was wrong, and I started looking for what it could be.
Yeah.
My confidence level like seriously dropped. And fun fact, it's actually the gym and cycling that boosted my confidence back up. I was like, it's September. I'm going to get back on like doing something for myself. And I started going to the gym and cycling classes, and
Are you a spinning person?
A little bit, yeah.
I love spinning.
I hate it.
It's such a cult. I love spinning much.
It is a cult for sure.
It's such a cult.
Yeah. Thinking of you, Jacob, if you're hearing this.
And Yarka, I love you.
So yeah, like spinning actually gave me back my confidence to some extent, and that's where I realized really it's a job environment. It's no longer for me, and I had to make that tough decision of quitting without a job. Like seriously, I quit and I had no backup plans, and it was about Christmas time, and I was like freaking out. But at the same time, I have to admit, it was the best moment I handed over my resignation.
Do you feel like something left your body?
Wow. Oh yeah, like a big weight.
Yeah. I often feel like that when I have like when I'm able to talk to somebody about something which has been bothering me, and the person takes it well, you know, and you are able to address it, and it's no gaslighting, nothing. It just literally feels like that anxiety or that what you were holding inside you. I don't know what it is. It's probably some kind of energy just leaving your body. And, you know, quitting is probably one of the hardest things because of societal expectations as well.
You're right.
Around what that means. Oh, are you jobless? Does that mean you don't have a job?
Yeah, because we tend to define ourselves with our job as well. So when you don't have a job, it's like, who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah.
Those existential questions.
This is in this moment where I think that the most important thing in this kind of moment is to be surrounded by the right person.
Yeah. Or just being able to take that risk, you know, having that faith in yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, a support system is important, but I've been in situations where everybody's telling me, hey, do your thing. Yeah. And it's just me stopping myself from doing that thing.
We can talk about that like 4 hours later.
So...
If you don't want to miss the release of future episodes, press the subscribe button on your podcast app, and don't hesitate to send us your questions or comments, which I'll be sure to answer at podcast@laworkshoppeuse.com. I also invite you to sign up for our newsletter called La Workshoppeuse Gazette to receive valuable resources on facilitation, upcoming events, podcast guests, and services offered by La Workshoppeuse team.
I kind of want to like share with you, and I know we've been like mentioning this couple of times, and one thing that helped me, and I discovered it after I actually quit, fun fact, but it's this guy called Ferriss. He's quite known and famous for different things, but one I want to mention right now, because we're talking about how do you process these things and how do you deal with your fear, and how do you get outside of your comfort zone. He's got this brilliant exercise, and deadly simple, of fear setting exercise.
Yeah.
And what it is, it's like just about understanding and acknowledging your fear. Like, what are you afraid of? What is the thing that could happen that would like scare you the most? So it's like 3 columns. First is like, what are you scared of? Mm-hmm. What is the impact, or what are the impacts if this thing actually was to happen?
Yeah.
And the third column is about what's your repair plan? What's your backup plan if it actually happens? What do you do in this case? So I repeat, it's like super simple. Like, what are you scared of? What may happen? If it happens, then what is the impact of it? And then what would you do if it actually happens? Mm-hmm. And when I start thinking about that, even like quitting a job, the worst case thing that can happen in my head, at least for me,
you go back to your parents.
Exactly. And then, like you left them at 17, you may have to go back, who knows?
I think my parents would take me back. They would take me back.
Yeah, I'll take you back.
I'll take you back also.
No, but you're saying this, but I went to a leadership course from Cornell University, and they were talking about, she was talking about, leading with courage, one of the teachers, and she was talking about the fact that when you are bungee jumping,
what is that?
When you jump off a plane. Okay. Oh, not bungee jumping, when you jump off a plane. Or bungee jumping.
Okay.
A lot of people, what stops you, the fear, is that you're going to die.
Oh my God, yes.
But there are so many things that can happen between you jumping off the plane and dying.
Yeah,
because you have 2 parachutes, so it would require both your parachutes to fail. It would require that you're jumping alone the first time ever, which is also not the case because you usually jump tandem.
With someone.
But your brain does that to you. Your brain takes you to that worst outcome.
Yeah.
And when you actually force your brain to think about exactly
your
these...
instinct, survival instinct.
But when you think about it in that step that you just said, you realize that you're making some assumptions about the worst case outcome that you've made in your head, and also just being able to, let's say, understand that, be aware of it. The exercise would be really helpful. I'm going to use it, actually.
Oh, yes,
Thanks.
please do.
Thanks for the tip.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. But you have a pretty cool and a pretty
wild story.
A wild story you told us.
Yeah. So in between, when I was in England, I was studying at the LSE, and I did an exchange program in China. But before I went there, I was on holiday with my mum in Ireland, and I was standing in Inishmore near Galway. But basically a wave pushed me off a cliff. This was somehow recorded by another bystander who was videotaping the same thing that I was videotaping from a different angle, and I happened to be in their camera. Mm-hmm. And I fell 40 feet off a cliff, which is about like a 4-story building.
Oh God!
And
I'm dead already. Like,
just thinking of it.
And,
my God!
Yeah, and
you thought you would die, no?
I was not thinking. When you're in it, I was not thinking at all. I was actually rescued and by a guy who happened to be an advanced paramedic on holiday with his girlfriend at the same place.
Oh my God.
And I was airlifted into hospital, and I had a broken leg, of course, and that was all I had.
That's
actually.
it. And I had, of course, a broken leg. The rest.
Yeah. People thought they were going to see a dead body, and somehow I survived. But I mean, it was I found the video while I was in hospital. Someone sent it to me saying, "Is this you?" And once that video became viral, it was in news everywhere, in Irish news, but also American news. Because of the video and the proof, so I was being hounded by the media a lot. But basically, I was not being able to walk for about, I would say, 3 months. So I had crutches, and I was at that point due to go back to the LSE and do my exams, take my exams. And I decided to do that because I could have taken a gap year, but I actually decided to go back. And I mean, the kind of support I received from my classmates were just unbelievable. People were sending me all their notes, everything to help me graduate and learn. And then after that, I was supposed to go to China, and I was thinking, how can I move to Beijing, where I'd never been, on an exchange program with a completely new group of people that I'd never met, with a broken leg. And my father, being Indian, was like, no Indian takes a gap year. So I think he made that decision for me. So I don't know about stepping out of my comfort zone, but he definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone. And I did move to Beijing, and that's where I met my husband. And the rest is really history. I mean, he loved me when I was limping, so he must really love me. I was limping everywhere on the Great Wall of China. He had to like hold my hand and make sure I wouldn't fall. Aww. So yeah.
So there was no tsunami on the Wall of China.
No, but it was at some points it was really dangerous. So yeah, I mean, stepping out of your comfort zone can sometimes lead to... I don't even know. It's like it just led to something I didn't even know was possible. I mean, my husband is Czech. Like, I had never met a Czech person before. So, like, you know... In China. Like, you know, and the one that I met, I married. So, you know, it's something that you can't even imagine that it would happen.
Yeah. No.
Right? Yeah. It just seems crazy. But in my head, I was filled with fear at that point. Imagine, I don't speak Mandarin or anything. I was just moving there on an exchange program for 4 months.
Crazy.
That's so crazy. I can't believe this story.
Yeah. So the lesson of it is, if you want to go out from your comfort zone...
Make your dad push you. Oh my god.
Go videotape like tsunami.
No, but if you guys want to see the video, I mean, we can link it if you want.
Yeah, we can. But the fact is, if
I
you want
to Google it right now, like, I mean, seriously, guys.
Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy.
If you want to go out of your comfort zone, you have to understand that the fears are normal, that you have to face them, and that you have to take only one step after another, and continue to take action, because if you are paralyzed, only the fact to make a step help you to take action and to not let the fear hold you back from doing the things.
It's one step at a time.
Yeah.
It's like in Frozen, that's what Anna sings when her sister
let it go.
is like almost
let
dead.
It go. No, she doesn't say let it go.
No,
she sings let it go. No, I don't think
no,
so.
that's not this one.
No, that's not this one.
Yeah, but one step at a time.
Does she sing one step at a time? Sorry, that's the only song from Frozen that I know. So, no, but yeah. No, I really think, I mean, fear is just an assumption you're making about an outcome and how equipped you are to deal with that. And just being aware of that, I think, is super important.
Yeah.
That's the fear that pushes us to, do the right thing as well sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, it's here to protect us. Yeah. The fear is only here because this is something in your head that wants you to protect you to do something. But actually, behind, when you overcome it, you're so proud of yourself.
Yeah.
I did it, and because I did it, I met this person and did things that I never thought I would do. So,
that's you're about to take another leap, Nati. So there you go. You'll tell us when you're on the other side, like how does it feel, and if.
I will. And when I need to cry because I feel a little bit alone, I will call you.
You're not alone anymore. You've got your team.
You already have someone there.
Yeah, true.
See you guys.
Bye.